Hello everyone, today I'll show you a little bit about how we can make some bags at home using very simple things. Here we are going to use only eco-friendly things, something like chart paper. We can use the things that are already available at home, like some satin ribbons, and I have some lace here in various colors, some other embellishments like small stickies that we get, like pearls and stones, or we could also use some threads and laces such as this in order to decorate our bags. So these are the kind of bags that we can use for gifting purposes. Christmas is coming up, and then we have Diwali, we'll have several other festivals that you can use as gifts. On top of that, we also have several other occasions where we can gift things for birthday parties. We can gift it for weddings, or even managers for the purpose of return gifts can use these gift bags. They come in various sizes. I have as an example one of this, which can hold up to half a kilogram of any product. We have smaller ones also, which I can show you. Something like this, which we can use as a carry-on, where you can use it for gifting small cosmetics, etc. Let me show you the side of this one, which is open, which means that we can see what the product is, and this is nice if you are just handing over by in person to another person. You can keep some cosmetics or dry fruits or anything within this, and it's very simple. Just tag it on and you have the product which you can hand over. Yeah. I have done this using paper and decorated it with lace. Yeah. I have a smaller version of a gift bag also, which you can see. This is made out of cardstock, and I've just used a little bit of lace to decorate it and also fastened with a magnet. This is good enough if you want to use it for Christmas giftings, some goodies, chocolates, or you can use it for small cosmetic products, etc. Put it in and then you snap it shut. So this is how it works. I like this one particularly because it is polka dotted and looks very feminine, so it is good for gifting it to little kids and girls. What we will need for this, something like chart paper, which is very available in the market and not very expensive at all. All of you must have seen chart papers such as this. Yeah. Now I have pink, I have black, I also have white. Let's start with a simple one. I'm choosing the color red because it goes with the theme of Christmas. The basic thing is to measure it properly. Any cardstock or chart paper that you might use, you need to do a measurement so that the cutting and the pasting is quite neat. You can also have smaller ones which can be easily made from cardstock, but cardstock is something you'll have to purchase from the market. But those are real sturdy paper. Our measurements for this would be 1.5 inch from the side, 1.5 inch for the base. Now if you want a bigger bag or a bigger pouch, you can actually go in for 2 inches. But for this purpose, because I want a smaller one, I have taken 1.5 inch. So please do measure 1.5 inches from the sides, both sides, and leave about 3 inches at the beginning of this. This is for the purpose of rolling. Do you see this that we have as a roll? Now in order to get this roll, we have to keep some space free, yeah, and that is also for sticking it, which I will explain later. This one, do measure it, and leaving out the first 3 inches, take the center of this chart paper and then measure 1.5 inches to both sides equally, and do draw lines so that they are equally spaced. So in this, you've seen that I've already drawn lines. I'm going to now fold the chart paper. Simple folding, not much of difficulty at all. It is so simple that any mom sitting at home can easily do this. Yeah. We've given it a fold now. Now what we need to do is the cutting part. Give it a cut from here and a cut from here. Again a cut from here, turned over. Now you have these two sides which is not really needed, so we need to cut this off and remove it. Do not cut off this piece, yeah? Cut this edge of it and this edge of it to remove that entire portion. Off. Now we fold this in, and then we fold this part into it so that there's a grip. Stick this using glue. Put this on here. Put this again here. Stick it using. Now we need to stick the sides of it so that to form a box. Our intention is not to create a box. Our intention is to create a pouch. And once that's done, you also need to stick the sides of this. It will take some time to stick because we're sticking paper with glue. So once this dries, put some weight on top of it or hold it there in place for some time. This is the 3 inches that we have kept aside for the flap. After doing this, now the only work, now you can see that about a half kilogram of something. Let it be spices, it can be flat or a photo frame if you want to gift. Put it inside this, flap it over. Now this is a basic gift bag. It doesn't look nice like this, so you have to give it a little bit of a shiny feel around this. What can we do for that? Flap it over and hold it nice and firm so that it sticks to the side. What I'll do now is stick something here. Once you are done creating this basic paper bag, now we want to fasten it here. You put your gift inside. And now to stick it on here, we can use any shape that you like. Now for a loved one, you can use a heart shape or you can use something like this, which is a flower shape. Punches come, we get them in the market and it's easier to punch this out. With this, you can also give it a little bit of a shimmer on it. So glue on it and then put some powder on it. I'm sticking glue on it and I'm also using this shimmer powder that I have, which is silver. I'm putting it on top of it. We don't want to waste this, so we are doing this sort of thing with our hand, spreading it on all sides. So that's a nice heart that we have made of silver shimmer. Let it dry and then it will go on here. In the meantime, while we let it to dry, let me also say that my intention is that, of course, if anybody needs bulk orders, we are happy to do it via Creative Moms Hub. For bulk orders, we can take orders, we can take your size specifications. The second part of my intention is also to upskill some of the ladies in the tribal areas by teaching them the skills. So we are willing to invest in time to go over to their places and teach them how to do these bags. So that it becomes a source of living for them as well. Initially we can source the raw materials for them. At later time they will know how to buy and where to buy these things from. So there are girls or ladies or moms sitting there who have time in hand. They can invest that time in doing these kind of things and bringing it to the market. And through them, if we have orders, we can give it to them, they can do it and then supply the finished material. I hope by now the heart has dried. So the heart is just to fasten this in place. We'll stick it here so that it is shut and the gift packing is done with. Alternatively, we can also do a little bit more of, give it a little bit more of a glitter by either trying a bow. We can punch it in here and to close it shut, we can use this lace in order to insert it and form a bow. A small, nice, neat little bow. This can also be done, this heart can be suspended here. We have some glue, put some Fevicol on here for it to paste shut. So your shiny little heart goes in there and once it's dried, you have it shut this way. Now, it takes some time for all of this to stick onto the paper because it's all paper and we'll have to hold it in place for some time. A little bit more can be done. If you want the same hearts to come in here, you can have a few more hearts stuck in here. It all depends on how much of time and how much you want to make it look better. So this was just a demo to show you how we can make various kinds of bags. We'll have separate modules for each of these kind of bags in various sizes and various shapes to hold several types of gifts. And look forward to our modules which will be soon up on the site.